Hello students, today we are going to talk about the syllabus and breakup of all the chapters of class 9 and 10, obviously for term 1 and 2. And to talk about that today, we have with us Tanvi ma'am, who is going to discuss everything about it. So Tanvi ma'am, please tell us about this breakup of all the chapters in science 9 and 10 obviously for both term and term 2.
First of all, hello sir. How are you, sir?
I'm fine. How are you?
I'm also good. So let's start the discussion. So
Yeah.
first of all, let us talk about this term 2 syllabus. For if I talk about all the chapters of class 9th and 10th, then in class 9th we have matter in our surroundings. Then is matter around us pure is the second chapter.
Yeah.
Atoms and molecules, third chapter, and fourth chapter is structure of atom. Then this is for term 2 only atoms and molecules, and the structure of atom is coming.
Okay, only two chapters are there.
Only 2 chapters are there. So some of the portions has been deleted by CBSE due to this COVID reasons.
COVID pandemic, yeah.
If I talk about class 10th, then class 10th have 5 chapters, and the chapters are chemical reaction and equation, acid, bases and salt, and metals and non-metal. Then carbon and its compound and periodic classification of elements. In term 2, there are only 2 chapters, that is carbon and its compound and periodic classification of element, and most of the syllabus has been deleted by CBSE in carbon and its compound, we know that.
Now that we have understood the breakup and syllabus of all the chapters of 9 and 10 and obviously for term 1 and term 2, I wanted to ask you ma'am, like how students can prepare for example chapters like carbon and its compound and periodic classification for that matter.
Yeah. So for term 2, we know that I have already told you that most of the syllabus has been deleted by CBSE. So what we have left with only in carbon and its compound only till homologous series.
Homologous series, yeah.
Correct. And in periodic classification, the whole chapter is there. So if you are preparing for term 2 exam, then just be on NCERT only. Just depend on NCERT, no need to worry at all.
Okay.
But if you are preparing for any competitive exam, like for your JE and for NTSC, for these exams, because
for NEET exam,
correct, for NEET exam, then you need to go beyond the scope of NCERT.
Okay.
So for these, like for carbon and its compound, it's totally organic chemistry, correct sir?
Yeah,
Study of hydrocarbon is organic chemistry, comes under organic chemistry.
Yeah.
So if you are preparing for carbon and its compound, you should know the nomenclature, how to name a particular compound.
Yes,
correct?
yes.
So if you are preparing for any competitive exam, they can ask you, what is esterification reaction? Correct? So what is saponification? How soap molecules are formed? How micelle is formed? So these are the important, but these are deleted by CBSE. So if you are preparing for any competitive exam like NTSC, NEET or JE, then you should just go beyond the scope of NCERT. You have to prepare from other reference books also. You have to do more and more practice like from Sengage, Pearson. These are very good books. You can practice a lot from there. Then if I talk about periodic classification of elements, then we know the theory, like this Mendeleev periodic table, then modern periodic table is there.
Yeah.
But
Most periodic table,
what are the trends followed by this modern periodic table? This is the most important thing. We need to learn each and every element. But how we can learn? We just divide it into 18 groups and 7 periods.
7 periods, yeah.
So whenever we are going down to the group, then the atomic size goes on increasing. Okay, because number of shells are goes on increasing. So this is how you need to know about the trends which are followed in the modern periodic table. So, so this is all the thing in carbon and its compound and periodic classification. But if, as I told you, that if you are preparing for any competitive exam, then like for chemical reaction, it is very good chapter because we get to know how to write a particular chemical reaction, and chemistry is all about chemical reaction.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you see in our surroundings, in our stomach also, chemical reaction is going on. Many chemical reactions are going on in our surroundings also. Day-to-day life chemical reactions are going on. So you need to write how to write a particular chemical reaction. Then balancing is there.
Yeah, balancing is there.
So we all know conservation of mass, that mass can neither be created nor be destroyed, or simply I can say total mass of the reactant is equal to total mass of the product. Correct? So we should know how to write a particular chemical reaction. because then you can proceed towards the other thing. Okay, if you are preparing.
Because those reactions or understanding those things only will help you to score as many marks as possible, and secondly it will be easy for students who are preparing for advanced exam like JEE, NEET, NTSC,
so
right?
There is one not exam, it's a course like IIT Foundation. I hope you all know about this. So IIT Foundation is basically a course which will prepare you for your JEE and NEET exam. So basically for JEE exam. Okay. So it builds a base for you. It is something which is not limited to your NCRT. It goes beyond NCRT. So it is, IIT Foundation is a very good course for this. Like sir, metals and non-metals chapter, this is one of the chapter of class 10, and in that there is chemical bonding, one topic. So it is very you need to know about what is ionic bonding, how ionic bonds are formed, how covalent bonds are formed, and then this covalent bond, in whole organic chemistry we have this covalent bonding. So you need to prepare all these chapters very well to build your foundation very strong. So if you are preparing for any exam, either it is term 2, either it is your competitive exam, you should build your foundation first. So that's all for this thing.
Yeah, okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for throwing light on all this breakup and which chapters are important for you to go into the future for if you are preparing for this difficult exam, right?
Yes.
And if you want to know or if you want to study more about this chapter, obviously in video format, or if you want to have notes of this, so then please roll up your sleeves and come join
practically. We bring learning alive.